Hey everyone, it's your favorite neighborhood sloth man, Shmolty. Sorry if this video feels rushed, it's just that I've been playing this game mode almost non-stop for the few days that the TT was out, and I'm actually kind of addicted to this shit. For Honor finally has a 4v4 game mode that not only is team-oriented, but really feels like it, and my god, I haven't had this much fun beating people with a stick since... oh. Shit, I swear I had something for this. You'll have to forgive me, I haven't slept in like 3 days, which is basically an eternity in sloth time, but my point is this game mode is absolutely lit, so without any further padding the video length, let's get right into the news. What? If you don't know by now, Breach is a 4v4 Castle Siege game mode where the attackers push forward with a big-ass ram and the defenders push back with an extra spicy bowl of soup and a sniper. On the attacking side, your main objectives are to clear enemies near the ram so you can continue your assault, overtake the numbered objectives to replace enemy archers with your own, and eventually fight your way to the soup to reduce damage on your ram, and occasionally sneak up to the Call of Duty player camping the ballista. Clearing out minions is no easy task in Breach. In fact, it's kind of a pain in my furry ass. That is, furry in texture, not... you know what, fuck it. The boost in health and damage the minions received wouldn't bother me if I could actually get my indicator to block these stupid fucks. Instead, I find myself dying to the hands of a minion almost as often as a player, purely because I get no indicator when they attack and they hit right through my guard. It's downright infuriating when I'm almost pulling off a 1v2, only to be cut down by a 4-foot-tall spear-wielding fuck bucket with one cute little poke. The fuck? Other than that, I actually welcome the minion buff for this particular game mode, as it makes minion clearing much riskier, especially for assassins. You also have a limited number of tickets as attackers, so respawning is something you want to avoid if possible. In other words, you want to get some friends as teammates so you don't have to yell at your screen when the randos run right past your dead body as you're calling for a revive. After a short period of time, a tribute will spawn on the map that either the attacking or defending team can grab and use to shield the ram or gate. This dynamic is shit tons of fun because whoever gets it creates a huge advantage for that phase. So naturally, most games will result in 3 or 4 heroes on each team charging in towards the tribute and throwing themselves at each other like young lovers on their honeymoon. The dance looks a little different, but in both scenarios, someone's gonna get fucked. Another point of contention to look out for is the healing zone of each phase. This starts out as neutral, but can be captured and controlled by either team, allowing you to heal up in between fights and take care of that oh so precious KD. For the first 2 phases, these spots are actually slightly more accessible to attackers, which I think is actually great balancing because they need it more to preserve tickets, but a smart defending team can still push up to it and maintain control. Once attackers breach through the first gate, it's on to phase 2, which is basically phase 1 but bigger. During phase 2, you can travel to the prison area of the map and find the champion, whose only living purpose is to fight whoever the fuck comes up into his house to the death. Whoever defeats the champion and is in the room with him will get a shield and attack buff, as well as supersonic speed. I'd like to see this buff actually apply to the full team, whether or not they're in the room with the champion. That way you don't have to abandon the objectives completely just to get stronger for a bit. As of right now, it's not terribly useful, and most people seem to just ignore it because of that. Even more badass would be reviving the champion after winning so he could create a 7'80" diversion and stomp some minion ass until the enemy team takes him down. But I suppose that would be a bit too much AI interference, given that the minions can already poke you to death without a giant gladiator to back them up. If the defenders once again fail to destroy the ram or eliminate all of the attackers' respawns and the second gate is destroyed, it's on to the third and final phase of Breach, the Lord. This one's pretty self-explanatory, but I'm going to explain it to you anyway. Attackers want to kill the Lord, defenders want that not to happen. The Lord himself has about 9 billion health, and his attacks can pretty much one-hit you if you let him land one. Luckily, they're about as slow as Shigoki's charged heavy, and he takes his sweet time in between throwing them. The dude is certainly tough, but if you have a couple of teammates to back you up and gank the shit out of him, it's not hard to take his health down fast. However, it's not as simple as a big 4v4 clusterfuck with the Lord. There's also one objective point with archers to maintain, as well as a ballista tower to watch out for. And yes, you can shoot the Lord with the ballista, which could lead to some pretty annoying strategies, but I haven't seen anything totally game-breaking yet. No, you can't ledge the Lord, you cheeky wanker. In fact, at least in the map that was given in the TTS, there aren't a lot of spots to ledge people at all, which is fucking bullshit. How am I supposed to get any kills? Jokes aside, I think this is certainly appreciated amongst the vast majority of For Honor players. Ledging can be funny on occasion, sure, especially when it's a fucking Centurion that's falling to their death, but I'm glad it's not something that will happen frequently. But Shmolty Centurion is balanced. I don't care, he's still a bitch-ass narc motherfucker. And that's all I have to say about this wonderful new game mode. Now all that's left to do is wait for 3 whole months. Well, that gives you plenty of time to mentally prepare, I guess. If you're new here, remember to subscribe and hit that special bell icon so you can be notified when I upload my next video on how to properly beat people with a stick like I did in my childhood. Oh, that's what I was looking to say earlier. Well, shit. That's not funny at all.